Welcome to your daily focus, April the 15th, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day, for subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing my videos with others. Thank you truly. You guys rock. We have the 15 energy today. That is the transformation. That is death and rebirth. That is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. The new you appears under the 15 energy. New habits, new behaviors, new understandings, new perceptions, new goals, dreams, desires, new relationships, new jobs, new environments. And letting go of the old. The things that no longer have value in your life, the things that bind you to the past and doesn't allow you to move forward. If we look at and 1 plus 5 is a 6, so we're looking at our health, our well-being. So maybe we've been couch potatoes. Spring is here, and now we're starting to think about getting some exercise in, doing some outdoor things perhaps, or at least in my hemisphere, it's going into spring. It could be about our relationships and seeing the beauty in our relationships, our love relationships, growing and deepening that love within the relationships. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 16. That is about awakenings. That is understanding what no longer has value in our life and letting it go. Knowing that it weighs us down now. Once it was a stronghold in our life, but it no longer needs to be there. And we need to understand those things and let it go to make space for the new beginnings, the new starts. 1 plus 6 is a 7. That is standing in our truth. Now, 7 is very much about making the compromises in order to bring in harmony. We need to stand in our truth when we're making those compromises. We don't give a part of ourselves away. Or maybe it's our time, our energy, our resources, whatever it may be. We want it to be a win-win situation when we're making these decisions to bring in harmony, that we are not holding back on saying our truth or acting within our truth of who we are, of who we are, our essence. It's also about growing those relationships, deepening those relationships. Look at this, the Fool popped out. Told you he was going to start showing up. The Fool. We don't need much. Okay, look at this energy. Okay, here we are. We are the Fool in the tarot deck. So it's saying brand new journeys, brand new starts, and you don't need a lot. Just get excited about it. Look at that little pup there. Now, is he dancing around? In a lot of ones, he's dancing around. In this one, not so much dancing around. It's kind of sitting there waiting with us. But it's about, here we are. It's almost like we're dancing on the top of the hill, the beginning of our journey. We're excited. We're full of hope and excitement and passion. And so we need to bring in that energy. Rejoice in that energy. Because new beginnings means change. And change, well, we're, as humans, we don't really like change a lot. In fact, we will talk ourselves out of change, whether we know it's good for us or not, because we would rather stay in the knowing rather than trying a new experience, because our brain, and it's there for good reason. It's there to keep us safe. We know the tried and true works, so we stay with it. But when we try a new experience, it's a little fearful. It's like deciding to travel, and now you've got to go to the airport for the very first time all by yourself, and there's no one with you, and what do you do? And maybe I won't go on that trip, or maybe I'll wait until a friend wants to go with me. We start to pull ourselves back from that experience. Maybe we're in a abusive relationship, but we know what to expect. We know when they come home what to do in order to hopefully keep them at bay. It's a knowing, and we that little voice inside of us says we are so much more deserving and worthy of being treated better and being appreciated and loved and supported. But what if it's not out there? What if I don't find anybody? What if I find myself alone? What if all the things they said to me were true and I won't be able to survive without them? What will I do for money? What will I do for a place to live? And so we start to talk ourselves back into those situations that maybe are not so good or healthy for us. The Fool says, no, get excited. Don't worry, you are protected. Don't worry, take that step. The net will be there. We'll put the Fool back in, see if he shows up again. So, astrology. Sun is in Aries, Moon is in Libra. So, wow. When you think about that combination, they're both cardinal signs. So, and we are in the very last day of the new moon energy. And then we will have our full moon on the weekend. So we want to embrace those new beginnings, those new starts. We had the Fool show up. It's embracing those new beginnings and new starts. Getting excited about where we're going, what we're creating, what we're inventing, who we're becoming, what the reality is that we're changing in our life. One is air and one is fire. Now, the positive side is, you have that little, I do bonfires all the time. Love my bonfires. And so you get that little piece of paper and you get it under the cardboard and then the layer of twigs and then there's wood and you're trying to get that flame going and it's just the tiniest of flames. And so you start fanning it. You start giving it some air so it gets some momentum, so it has some growth. Now, what happens in a forest fire when the wind picks up? Gets out of control. So we have to find that fine line within those energies so that we are fanning the flame, but we are keeping it a controlled flame. Mercury. Mercury's not getting along with Jupiter or Neptune, I believe, today. So watch that. We may see what we want to see, and that's all there is to it. We will look at the good, we'll ignore the bad. We might get a little overwhelmed with information, or we may overlook essential details. We won't be able to share ourselves, our beliefs, our morals, our values quite as easily as normal. It'll be very challenging today to see things clearly. So remind yourself that you're wearing those rose-colored or rainbow-colored sunglasses. You got to take them off, okay? Well, they might not be sunglasses. They might be reading glasses, whatever they are. You need to ground yourself in any decision. You've got to say, okay, this looks really great and I'm really excited about it, but really what is the negative to it? Because there's always a negative to the positive, and we do have to look at everything. So, and the moon being in Libra, we're not as decisive as usual. So, we see the other side of the story, the situation. It's very hard. We teeter-totter. But we will tend to inflate the positive today, absolutely. And that's great because we feel all optimistic and raring to go. But we have to, once again, keep that flame a controlled flame rather than just letting it go out of control. And then we'll be moving into our full moon energy. That will be in Libra at 26 degrees. It's a very strong energy for, I think Pluto's involved with this one. So we have the moon in Libra, the sun will be in Aries, and we've got Pluto there in Capricorn. And, it's where we're going to be addressing our deepest and darkest feelings, our habits, our behaviors, maybe the way we react or the lack of reaction. And if we study it through this energy, we can free ourselves of some bad habits, some obsessions perhaps, some compulsions, some unwanted behaviors, or maybe just that fear or that anxiety within you. And so we get this positive transformation of our emotions and within our relationships throughout this full moon. But anyways, I'll be putting out a video this weekend, so that's all I'm going to say on it right now. What's the bottom card? Look at this, the Ten of Pentacles. This is the yes card. Or at least I call it the yes card. When the Ten of Pentacles comes out, it says, what are you hoping for? What are you wishing for? What are you affirming in your life that you are going to step into it? Because this is the yes card. This says, yes, you can have it all. You can do it all. You can become it all. It's all there for you. But it will take focus. I like holding that card up and saying there's 10 pentacles on that card. Can you see all 10? How strong is your focus on your dreams, your desires, your wants? Does it include magic? Does it include other people? Does it include harmony? Are there different pathways to take? Look at those arches in the back. Door 1, door 2, or door 3, Monty. What will we pick? Our first card, look at this, the Seven of Cups. This is our wish card. What do we want? What do we wish for? What do we hope for? What do we demand? What do we expect to be our new reality? Maybe it's a new job, a place to live, a relationship. Maybe it's just our habits, our well-being. Maybe it's our relationships, walking away from them or growing them stronger and deeper. What do we want? What are we asking for? What do we want as our reality tomorrow when we wake up? Now, it won't happen that fast, mind you. Our chances are it won't. Might. Never know. But this is a time to really understand your hopes and dreams, your desires, your passions. And make a wish, not just a wish. What do we got? 7 of Cups? How about 7 wishes today? Concentrate on 7 wishes today. Look at this. The Wheel of Fortune sits next to it. The Wheel of Fortune is such a beautiful card to come out, even when it's in reverse. And I don't read the dailies in a reverse card, but if I did and it came up reversed, it still means that good energy is coming along for us. That we are changing seasons, that we are going into a new energy. Maybe we're going from our winter to our spring, a spring to a summer, summer to a fall, but our energy is changing and our energy is getting lighter. Will there be challenges? Absolutely. Will there be lessons to learn? Absolutely. But they're not going to be quite as challenging as the ones that you have come through when this card appears. Our final card, oh my goodness, the Devil. So we had the Ten of Pentacles, we had the Fool jump out, we got the Wheel of Fortune next to the Devil plus our Wish card. Phoenix rising out of the ashes. We've talked about this, right? The 15 energy. What holds us back? What weighs us down? What doesn't allow us to be authentic and real and utilize our true potential? Because this is the kind of day, the kind of energy where we see it and we allow it to not be a part of our steps going forward. Or we know that the full moon is coming and we're devising a plan to work our way through it. Maybe work our way out of a habit. Now, don't be fooled. You know that somebody once put out a book, I think, 21 days to get rid of the habit. And that was their thing, 21 days. And so a lot of people will sit there and say, okay, for the next 21 days, I'm going to do this, and then it'll be a habit, and I'm good to go. But depending on what you are choosing in your life to change, it could take a couple of days to a year. The thing is you just get right back on that horse when you fall off. You don't beat yourself up for dropping the ball, and you just say, okay, let's start. Let's do this. And sometimes you intentionally may want to fall off the wagon or fall off the horse. Because that'll be your little, especially if you're trying to lose weight or something. And so you've banned all kinds of treats. You've got sticky notes hanging to when you open the fridge to say, close the fridge. It's not time to eat. Close the fridge. You've got that little sign there. What was the one sign I saw? Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard. You open the fridge door, the sign on the fridge said, you're not hungry, you're stoned, close the door. I thought, oh my goodness, that's so funny. Because you would get the munchies, you open, and all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I'm trying to lose weight, and I ate that whole cake or those leftovers or whatever it may be. And sometimes you just need to treat yourself to that little donut or that little piece of cake or pie or a cookie or whatever, box of chocolates, whatever. Okay, it's not life or death. It's saying, I went 15 days without eating any of this. I'm going to enjoy it today. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back. Tomorrow, I start all over again. Or maybe I didn't even quit, but I am going to reward myself. You have to build in those little rewards. Okay, so anyways, jabber, jabber, jabber. There I go again. I don't know who needed to hear that, but it is a myth that it takes 21 days to change a habit. You could change it I remember one habit I had. I won't talk about it publicly, but it was not a good habit. And it took minutes. And it's one of those habits that they say, it's almost never to actually get that out of your system. It took minutes. And then I've tried other things that people say, oh, it's easy. It's a piece of cake. Just do this, that, and the other. And oh my gosh, I'm still trying to get it right. So, but it's getting back up on that horse and trying again another day. And be forgiving to yourself. Love yourself. Look at this. The unicorn comes out. Serendipity. Invite in serendipity. It's become one of my favorite words. First of all, it's just fun to say. Did I go too far? I went... Oh, that's why. Unicorn. I need unicorn. There he is, the very next page. Okay. So, mysterious, playful, and pure. The unicorn is universally beautiful, mysterious, and difficult to capture or tame. So what about you? Are you easy to capture? Kind of like you just go with the flow and what they say you're going to do, even if you're not really enjoying it, everybody else is, and you know that it matters to them in some way, but it doesn't matter to you. Or maybe tame. Maybe you still have that little bit of wild side to you, or you can easily feel trapped, and so you need to feel that liberation in your life, that freedom in your life on a daily basis. How are you, the unicorn? The unicorn is fierce and protective, admirable. The unicorn is a symbol of serendipity, the occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. This card represents good luck in making unexpected and favorable discoveries. Expect magic to happen. Expect magic to happen. I mean, we had the wish card. We had the 10 of Pentacles. My goodness, the yes card. Expect magic to happen. Luck will be on your side. The mantra is, I accept and invite serendipity into my life. That's stepping out of the door in the morning and saying, okay, show me the beauty, show me the abundance, show me the happiness. I'm going to step into it today. We'll get our animals here. And who do we have? Look at this. The vulture is back. Eye on the prize. A repeat. So keep your eye on the prize. Ground yourself. Even though it sounds great, does it really work into your life? Your plan, your strategy. And don't just say, no, that ain't going to fit in my life, and turn it down either. You want to think it all through, your yeses and your nos. Release goals and vision. In order to land your dream life, you need to make a conscious effort to visualize it happening. However, keeping your eye on the prize takes practice. It's all about getting rid of misconceptions about yourself, giving up emotional baggage, and putting a new belief system into place. And putting a new belief system into place, the one habit where everybody told me it'll be the rest of your life you'll be fighting it. And it took mere minutes. I decided in that moment to change my beliefs. about who I was, about what I was doing, about what I thought life should be like, about what I had control over. Vulture tells you you've waited long enough to gain the life that you want. You have spent time wasted looking at what everybody else has and spent too much time wishing instead of doing. It's now time for you to create short-term goals along with long-term goals. Make yourself accountable by writing your goals down. It helps to keep the vision of what you want in clear sight. Pick up projects from the past and make the effort to finish them. Completion helps open doors for new projects instead of cluttering the path. These projects can be as little as rearranging your cabinets, cleaning the garage, sparkling up your resume, and sending her out. Spend some time reflecting and bring about conclusions. Think of it as the time the farmers harvest their crops and prepare the land for next season. You too have to prepare your mind, your body, and soul for the same. Visualize what you want to have happen and then keep your eye on the prize. So visualize what you want to have happen in your life, then keep your eye on the prize. One day at a time, one breath at a time, one step at a time. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.